This module contains information regarding how to apply to the business major. All students must submit an application online to the business major and an area of specialization in order to begin their major classes. Know that you do not have to be a pre-business student before applying to the business major. You could be an exploration or biology major and still submit an application to the business major, as long as the criteria are met. In order to submit an application, there are 4 requirements to meet. First, you must have a 3.0 cumulative OSU GPA or higher. This GPA does not include any transfer, PSEO, or dual enrollment credit GPAs. We are only looking at your OSU grades, and we consider your entire body of coursework, not just your grades in certain classes. Remember, GPAs don't round up, so even if you have a 2.99 GPA, you do not meet the minimum 3.0 GPA requirement. Second, you must have completion of 26 total credit hours of coursework. 12 of these hours must be graded OSU credit hours. The remaining 14 hours can include transfer, AP, PSEO, dual enrollment, and credit by examination credits. Third, you must have completion of English 1110 with a C or higher. English 1110 is your first year writing course. It is important to note that a C- is not a C. If you earn a C-, you will have to retake the class. Fisher will accept AP or transfer credit for this class. However, if you're transferring this class into OSU, your grade must still be a C or higher at your previous institution to be accepted. Lastly, you must have completion of Math 1131 or 1151 with a C or higher. Math 1131 or 1151 is your Calculus 1 class. It is important to note that a C- is not a C. If you earn a C-, you will have to retake the class. Additionally, if you complete Math 1151 with the C-, you may repeat Math 1151, but you cannot take Math 1131 per Math Department rules. The Math Department views 1151 as a more rigorous course and will not allow students to drop down to the 1131 class once they've attempted 1151 and passed with a C-. It's important for students to understand that your 26 hours, English, and math requirements must be met at the time of application. You cannot have your math class in progress with no final grade posted and submit an application. Once you meet these criteria, you are eligible to submit your application. Let's discuss the application process, rules, and deadlines next. There are 3 application deadlines per year: September 15th, January 31st, and June 1st. There are 3 application deadlines per year: September 15th, January 31st, and June 1st. The application opens about a month before the deadline and closes at 5 p.m. the day of the deadline. Applying for September 15th would admit you for the spring semester. Applying for the January 31st deadline would admit you for summer term or autumn semester, depending on whether or not you plan to take summer classes. Applying for the June 1st deadline would admit you for autumn semester. No late applications are accepted. You should receive a confirmation email once your application is submitted online within 24 hours of submission. If you don't, you need to submit your application again. Our office does not begin reviewing or admitting students to the major until the application deadline has closed. It typically takes 3 weeks for our office to finish our review, and then every student who submitted an application will receive an email notifying them whether they were accepted or denied. If you do not receive an email 3 to 4 weeks after the deadline closure, you need to contact an academic advisor in our office to follow up on your application. Once you have applied and been admitted to the business major and an area of specialization, you can begin your major classes. The next module will talk about what courses make up the major curriculum and how to explore the different specializations Fisher offers so you can choose the one that fits your interests best. This concludes the Applying to the Business Major module. Please proceed to the next module, titled Business Major Module, to continue the course.